Warren Strelow was the first full-time goaltending coach in the National Hockey League, and he was an American.
Warren was a giver to the game. And I think that what USA Hockey's trying to do through the Warren Strelow program is give something back to the game in a very special position. And goaltending is an art, and a lot of people don't think it's an art, but it's an art. And Warren Strelow was a wonderful displayer of that art and passed on to a lot of goalies his expertise.
First meeting of the camp is actually very, very good. It helps, I think, everybody in the room, but we go over drills from all different aspects, and I think that embodies what this program is about. It's not just one person giving his personal opinion. It's a group of 20 coaches that come in from all around the country with all different backgrounds, NHL, college, right through. But it's unbelievable to see the camaraderie that's built within the coaches and the learning concepts that are gained through that meeting. So that's the best way and the easiest way for us to figure out the curriculum.
The drill that I ran today is called three-cone angle shooting. The purpose of the drill is to have the goalies work on their angle play from high to low and side to side. Basically, it's a sense of where they are in relation to the net. It also helps them in terms of their mobility, making sure that they keep their feet under their body. They don't get too wide in their stance. So those shots that are taken outside their stance, they have a reasonable opportunity of stopping.
It's actually a three-cone agility drill. It's actually a drill that out of the ones that I picked, it was one that I normally wouldn't do. It was one that I wanted to see how the goalies enjoyed it, and it was a pretty good experience just seeing the reaction of the goalies. Basically, the drill is primarily working on goalies' footwork, their ability to find the puck and track the puck through awkward situation, and be able to make a save that's not necessarily technically or fundamentally sound, to sort of have the goalie's ability to make a very athletic save.
Today's practice I did the post-load rebound react. The drill works on recovering from your post, facing a shot, controlling that shot, reacting to where the rebound goes, getting there with a strong push, squaring your body up, and then playing out that rebound from that second shot.
So I had the lateral cut drill. The main purpose of the drill is to focus on maintaining your depth and making sure you're square to the puck as it comes across the zone. In terms of development, very important to keep your feet underneath you. We want the goalies to focus on small shuffles, not getting too wide, also not getting flat-footed, so they understand they need to adjust to the puck as it comes across the zone. Also recognizing the difference between right and left-handed shots, whether it's going to be a drag snapshot or a quick release from a guy coming across. It's very important to maintain your squareness with that puck and make sure you keep your feet underneath you, staying big with your upper body and making sure you're fronting the puck, but also taking away the top corners of the net with your hands. It's a very challenging drill, but that discipline and positioning is really the critical element in terms of development.
Whose goal is to play at the highest level? Girls, the Olympics, raise your hand. Don't be shy. The NHL is a long term, I understand that. That's in your DNA right there. You want that. Who wants to win a gold medal? Girls, say it. You gotta have passion. Do you want it?
Yeah.
Guys, championships, NCAA championship. Who wants to one day achieve that? Who wants to be known for being a good hockey player, being a good goaltender? We all want to know that. You want to know that while you're playing. You want everybody around you to say, hey, I'm good at that game.
A breakout, a goalie breakout drill. So they went behind the net, they stopped the puck, set, and then they passed it to the player coming in. They regrouped for a 2-on-0, back for a shot and a rebound. Really, it's a lot of movement work coming behind the net, being able to stop, set, give it up, see the play ahead of them so that they understand whether they need to take another step out, direct the rebound away from the rebounder coming in, just seeing the whole picture as opposed to just doing the job of stopping the puck, being able to actually see the big picture.
Ran a simulated face-off, so the centerman would draw the face-off back to the winger, and the winger would move laterally, forcing our goalie one to maintain depth. and sight lines as both forwards then came in and attacked the net, giving a screen, tip options, and obviously playing the rebounds. It was a very game-like situation for the goalies, so they're establishing sight lines, maintaining depth, and the big highlight there was making that first initial save and trying to absorb that into the body. With so much traffic in front of them, a rebound, we want to avoid that at all costs, so making that first save and absorbing it into the body or into the glove.
I had the full recovery drill today, so the 3 main points for the goaltenders to focus on were puck tracking, rebound control, and full recoveries across. The importance here is the execution of the recoveries, making sure you have quick feet and you're disciplined with your footwork, focusing on getting set and bringing your whole body and full package over to the puck, not only with your chest but your hands as well, so you're ready to get set and react to make that second save. In terms of development, the most important thing is just body control and execution of a good solid recovery with a strong push.
Ran the half wall attack drill down at one of the end zones. The drill is designed to simulate a pass from the half wall down behind the goal line and the transition back to the post and then the read off of that. So the shooter can then step out and either take a bad angle shot or pass back to that original shooter or back to the back door. So it's really important to seal off that post, make sure you're taking the correct angle and making your move from there, either driving to that back door or back out and set your feet to that original shooter.
Today we worked on the Berard 4 puck, which is a drill that taught the goalies how to handle themselves when the puck's on the side of the net and the player walks out. It's a really difficult thing for goalies because there's a lot of different ways you can do it and it can be successful. What we're trying to teach is the goalies to learn how that they can develop their own system and evolving it within their position so they have kind of their exact way that works best for them, because there's, our job is to stop the puck. It's not necessarily, doesn't have to be the exact same way for everybody.
The Eagle Drive is works on your recovery. It's a forward, a skater will come off the wall and attack the goal. He'll shoot to the far side of the goaltender and he'll continue his momentum, picking up another puck. Goalie has to read and react to that first puck, react, address the second puck, and then make an on-ice recovery and play out the second puck. Very good for tracking in tight, and then your recovery from A to B. Very important with your balanced distribution. A very game-like and quality drill.
What was your first reaction when you got invited to this camp?
I was really excited. This is my 3rd year here at the camp, so each year coming back, it was definitely an honor.
It's nice to be in this environment with people who can help you develop to the highest level.
One word, how do you describe this camp?
Elite, I would say.
Development is pretty much the biggest word I could probably use for it. Just as a goalie, like, it doesn't really get much better than this.
I ran opposite angle on ice recovery. Situations like this happen often during the game. It simulates a shot coming from outside, going wide, but the puck bouncing out around the net on the opposite side. Keys to the drill, making sure the goaltender honors the first shot, plays it all the way through, but then there's going to be a scramble in front. It's the goaltender's responsibility, track the puck with his eyes, then use a good on-ice recovery, driving over with his legs while sealing the ice. They're going to end up inside the net, which allows them to seal the post, eliminate the shot, also puts them in great position to push over if there's a rebound or a pass made from the goal line.
I did the jam and tight hut spot. It's post play, and we're looking at a newer way to handle in tight situations around the post. And it allows the goaltender to see the puck better, control the rebound better, prevent pass outs, and just overall control the play around the net. Again, it just basically allows you to see better and control rebounds better. It's a little bit different than what has been being taught over the last 10 years. And it's an easy adjustment for the goalies to make, and makes a big, big difference in their game, especially their rebound control.
I had the mile-high read, incorporates a number of plays that happen a lot of times in a game. The puck started in the corner, goaltender initiates the drill off the top corner of his crease, arrives at the post, which activates the shooter. He has a few options. He can either walk out on the short side, whereas a goaltender, we're going to focus on the jam play, where our skate side leg seals the ice, our shoulder and rib cage seal the short side upstairs, and our back leg serves as an anchor to make sure we have good body control. On the walkout, especially on the stick side, we can really incorporate paddle down, where we can take away the walkout option by being aggressive with our stick. And on the glove side, using the backhand side of our stick to take away any passing lane or walkout as well. As a goaltender, the main point of this drill is to focus on that read, determining the stick blade. Is it a shot? Is it a shot pass? And we really have to be active with our hands, making sure we stay big. And if it is that shot pass, we're not sliding out of control, but shifting over, squaring up to that stick blade, staying big and reacting to any redirect.
The OSU wrap and jam, what happens is a shooter drives to the side of the net. The goalie works on defending that tight play with two options. One, they can post load, or two, they can jam. The shooter then grabs another puck from the corner, comes around the net, and can either jam again or make it a pass to the near side. I like the drill a lot because it forces the goalie to be pretty reactive off the post. The goaltender can use a couple different options, whether it's the post load or the jam, to work on their own individual skills that they feel comfortable with. I like the fact that there's also a pass that makes the goaltender be aware and read, and challenges the goaltender to not just hang out and be stuck on the pipe, but allows them to move and to be aware of a lot of different options.
We did a drill called the Pioneer Push, and the purpose of the Pioneer Push is that what happens at the higher levels of hockey, especially as it relates to goaltending, is the goalies are really good to the point where it's very difficult to beat them with the initial shot. So it's not unusual for shooters to try and create second shot opportunities, putting the puck on the goaltender where it's very difficult for the goalie to handle the rebounds. One of those places is the pad. So in our drill here, what we're working on is shots coming off the pads where the goalie, very difficult to control the rebound, would have to react to wherever that puck was in tight. And so we're working on, once we go down, staying down, recovering along the ice, trying to take away the lower part of the net with good pad extension. And other part of the drill was we also created a second rebound where the first part of the Pioneer Push is a flat on-ice recovery. The second part of the drill forces the goalie to rotate a little bit when he's down and recovering to the near post.
Today we did the Flint wrap, and in that drill what we were looking at the goaltenders to do was to commit and be disciplined on the first shot. The shooter would come down the wing, shoot low short side. That's the side closest to where the shooter was, or where the puck is. The shooter would then continue behind the net as if a rebound had gone behind the net, grabbing his rebound, taking his rebound, trying to stuff it to the far side. So the specific skill we were looking for there was for the goaltender to track the puck short side, then have to rotate and drive to the far post in what we were working on. It's called a jam play. So the lead pad would be inside the net, the shin against the post, and the shoulder or ribs would seal that short side post, preventing the forward to score on the goaltender short side, stuffing it or jamming it.
Over 511,000 players, youth hockey across the country. Mathematically, we figure about 1 out of every 10 is a goalie. Roughly 51,000 goalies across the United States every single year. Think about where you're at right now, starting with 51,000. There's 36 in this room.
It's a simulated shot with the on-ice rebound recovery. A lot of the things you're looking for is our kids being able to control their bodies as far as getting across, square to the second shot especially, and athleticism, agility, and just overall compete, which I think a lot of these drills really strive to get kids competing and working hard to make saves. Today
it was a small adjustment drill where the shooters would come in and crisscross, which means the goalies have to make a minor adjustment for a down-low play or a major adjustment. That means to gap out, take away space, cut down an angle on the high circle-out drill. And also, you know, part of the drilling here, or training, has to do with how to put a puck behind you and not get emotionally attached to it. Part of training is getting past a goal that's scored and getting onto the next shooter, the next puck, and you train yourself how to not worry about that one that you just let in.
I had the transition on-ice recovery drill. We had the pucks in the high slot with a shooter at the top of the slot, and then a player off to each side, probably lined up right inside the bottom of the circle. The purpose of the drill was to have the goalie work on his on-ice recoveries, his edge work, his stick discipline, and ultimately their compete level as well. We passed the puck to either player off the back door. That player had a choice of either shooting it, whether it was a one-timer or catch and shoot, where the goalie would have to push over, on-ice recover, and square up and make the save. The second option for the shooter was to walk to the middle of the ice around the cone that was probably 2 feet in front of the crease. And after getting around the cone, pretty much anything goes for the shooter. So the goalie has to on-ice recover to square up towards the middle of the ice, staying square with the stick. If the player continues on past that point, it's very important to try to stay inside the paint and not drift out of position. Anytime you're getting into the white ice in a scramble situation, it's a real tough place to be. So trying to get a good second push and extra rotation so we can stay in a good position and continue to battle that play out so we're not allowing any layup goals.
We had the top goaltending coaches and hockey minds in the U.S. bring them together, put them in a room, have them hammer out how we're going to make our goaltenders better, and then from there we take that information and we're consistent.
I think there's a lot of great coaches here that can impart quite a bit of wisdom, and if one of these kids, or any of these kids, take away even a little bit from one of them, I think it's doing nothing but positive things for them and their development.
All the coaches and instructors really want to be here. All the kids want to be here. All the staff want to be here, and it's a really good, positive learning environment, and we have fun as well.
USA Hockey's just not trying to train goalies to have the next gold medal winning goalie. We want to train them all, and we want to do it the right way, with the right principles, with the right motivations, and that's what USA Hockey stands for.
I think there's a lot of programs. I don't think there is anything this elite. I think our ability to, for the material, and then overall performance in terms of how this is run, how it's handled, and the staff that we have in place for it, I don't think there's anything like it in the world.